Oh my god. Uh, sometimes this is how you feel when you pull an all nighter. Just you got a splitting headache and a splitting eye and a splitting lip and a splitting everything. Yeah. Well, technically, I didn't pull an all nighter, but I slept kind of early and then woke up, like pretty early. No, I stayed up late, but then fell right asleep and then woke up early. Whatever. But what did I do? Oh yeah, I was on the Rob Saul show last night. Good. It was fun time. Fun time. He didn't have Nasty Neil didn't show up, which is weird because I had already messaged him like hours before. I saw that he was gonna go live around 10 or so, and I said, oh, around he had set up the stream, so I think around 7 o'clock I said, hey, if you're going, are you doing a show tonight? And if you are, send me the link, man. I want to come on. And he did. I'm gonna get rid of this. Whoa, hold on, hold the hell. Oh, whew. Not splitting anymore. Not splitting anymore. And I went on Rob Saul's show, The Saul Show. Rob Saul from the whatever studios in New Jersey. And it was weird because he was in his living room. He wasn't in his regular studio. But I was in my studio. So, and that's the thing. He did send me the link probably right after he started the show, but I was still it's vacation week for the kids. So, like the boys wanted to sleep in the living room, and so I was kind of getting it all situated, making sure they were cool, and then the girls were asleep, and the wife was working an overnight anyway, so I had to kind of get see her off and all that. So that around 10:40, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go fire up the studio, which takes a few minutes. It's a nice studio and it's got some lights and stuff. So I gotta make sure all my stuff's working, all my stuff's popping before I pop onto a show. And yeah, and actually, he must have messaged me like right before I hit the link, because I looked later and Rob had sent me this text going, "Hey man, are you gonna come on, or I'm almost on too long here." So I went on and we talked some internet bullying. I told him he had never really watched Storage Wars, but Daryl Sheets from Storage Wars, I guess, rest in peace. He committed suicide because of online bullying, because of trolling. So yeah, hey trolls, that's a win for you, I guess. Yeah, but man, if this keeps happening, dude was almost 70 years old, and he offed himself because of online bullying or trolling, whatever the hell is going on. I guess people showing up at his work and probably just generally fucking with him hardcore because he's Daryl Sheets, he's literally. There are channels on Roku that just play Storage Wars 24/7. So he's in the public eye, he's up there, and people have to fuck with him, right? Because he runs a store, I'm sure, still, or did. Rest in peace. And people with nothing better to do go around and fuck with people, and it's gonna come to a head very soon. I can feel it coming, man. This 2026 is the year of reckoning for politicians, for celebrities, and for anonymous trolls. I'm pretty sure this is the year. So if you're intensely trolling, you're heavily into it, man, I would step back a little bit. If I were you, I would really, really, I mean, I'm not saying for me. I don't care, whatever. I'm just saying in general. The whole trolling thing is going to come to a swift end, I'm sure. And hey, what is that? Freedom of speech and blah, blah, blah. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. Isn't that the thing that we all say? Trash Talking Troll says, can we all learn from this and be less critical of Joey C? Joey C is a perfect example. Older dude who, yes, had some problems when he was younger, went to jail, did a lot of drugs. He's trying not to do those things, so he goes online and he tries to be a personality online. But what do people do? They fuck with him and fuck with him and fuck with him. And now it's like he had a heart thing that happened. He like a while back, he's had some really bad stress and problems because of the people fucking with him. Do you want him to go back to doing drugs and stealing things from people and using his brain to do those sorts of things? Because really, that's kind of what you're telling him. You're going, oh, you were a piece of shit, and now we're gonna take you to task. It's like he served his time for things. Now maybe there are other things in his life that he did where he didn't serve enough time. Oh, we're gonna really bring it to him. Roselle Pun says, hi, Roselle. But so you'd rather this guy who was kind of a piece of trash for a long time, you would rather him, what, just turn back into a piece of trash? You think Joey C, with his disability and all this stuff, is just going to go out and get a regular job somewhere? So he's trying to make money online by being a personality. And hey, Joey C is an intense dude, and he's kind of funny to watch and listen to sometimes. But you want to drive him back into fucking, like, being a real piece of crap? That's how I see it, you know? Like, he's trying to reform himself. And that's why, in some ways, I always felt for Joey C. I always did, because it was a huge pile-on ever since he's been around. Oh, we're gonna mess with him. And I was part of the initial people messing with him, but that was also because of some personal things. Kai, that was his buddy, he kind of talked trash about us and said we were pieces of shit. So it's like, and then Joey's like, oh, Kai's my guy, and those guys are assholes. He's like, oh yeah, old man, you want to call us assholes? You don't even know us? Here we go. And that's how it was back then. Like, oh, vendetta time, haha, you're Italian, but I'm gonna have vendetta on you. Let's see, not enough time segueing to Chad Zumock. What, me? I don't own a Segway. That would be cool though. You're like leaning forward. Whoa, look at me. Actually, we talked about Chad Zumock on Rob Saul's show last night, and Chad was in the chat too, trying to get people to go against each other, man. Missy B was in the chat, and Chad's trying to tell Missy B from chat, well, they're both in chat, but oh, Anthony's a piece of trash and he'll bang any girl behind your back, Missy B, you better watch out. And Rob Saul, Anthony said on a show that or in a chat somewhere that he's only using you, Rob, as a pawn to go against Stuttering John and blah, 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 blah. Like, Chad's desperate. Chad is now a chat rat who's trying to desperately influence people from the chat by having these weird little spurg outs, and it ain't working, Chad. It ain't. I don't know. See, Chad's one of those people, maybe you should be a little more drunk, because you being undrunk is really showing how much of a dork you are, dude. Halkai Ibdonesia? Weird. Hi. And then again, said hi. Yes, I see you said hi. I was talking, just like my kids, yeah. Okay, I'm having a conversation, so you can wait until I'm done with the conversation, and then I will say hi to you. You don't have to keep saying hi to me. Jesus. Okay, in Trash Talk Control, Missy B aged out a long time ago. Could the love of famous Germans be a way to hold on to Anthony? Perhaps. No, no, I think, I don't know Missy B and I don't know her, but, there's that theory oftentimes a woman will sort of take on the same interests as their man because, I don't know if that's a sexist way of saying things, like women don't have their own personalities, and when they latch onto a dude, then they just glom onto their personality and their friends and their life, but, maybe? I don't think she had like a thought, I'm deliberately going to like Hitler because I know that Anthony does, and that will keep us together. I don't think that's a little too premeditated, but some women are very premeditated. Someone like Gilly, I don't know, anyway. So yeah, Chad's in the chat, and Missy B's in the chat, and Rob's like, maybe I should join. We should do all together. Me, Chad, and Anthony should all do a what's it called? Like a group lawsuit, against Stuttering John, and then really that would be, if that did happen. Talk about an event. Talk about, the Dabbleverse upping itself. That would up itself. Now, 3 lawsuits against former Howard Stern employees, Stuttering John Melendez. And oh boy, and there would be a party at that courthouse. I would probably go to that courthouse that day. And like I said on Rob's show, I would probably get, there would be like a tailgate. I would think people on the street hanging out. I'd probably bring some merch. I try to somehow get a food truck there, because people are gonna be like jumping around protesting against Stuttering John, and like, oh my God, here comes Anthony, and it would be, come on now, this is better than Hackamania, this is better than DabbleCon. It would be the reckoning of John Melendez, reckoning of the stutterer. Yeah, it's like a movie. That sounds like a movie. I'm coming up with it. I'm saying copyright right now. I'm gonna send this to the government, and it's my idea. My idea. No one else can have it. Thank you very much. It's fun being on a show like Rob's, though, especially when you see certain people in chat and you can kind of like give them a little zing, like Dr. Chow Chow. He is like a little Chow Chow. Chad Zumock. He's cool. Oh, life forms. Little asshole. A long time ago, I did message Dr. Chow about teaming up. Like, hey, we both hate so-and-so, or you seem to not like this person, and you want to, like, team up. And he was like, I don't do that sort of thing. It's like, because you're a fucking nerd. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, like, let's be partners, dude. I wasn't saying that. I was saying, hey, let's start a show together. No. I'm saying, hey, we can both kind of, work together slightly. I don't mean, like, really structured. I just mean, you don't like this person, I don't like this person, so let's stay out of each other's way, basically. We'll both, attack this person on different fronts, and it will really fuck them up. But, whatever. I can't talk military strategy to full-on civilians. Full-on civilians have no idea about any of that shit. And maybe that's part of the problem when I was like, doing my trolling and stuff like that. Just automatically, I would have, like, attack plans in my head, and I would just move forward. I wouldn't really confer with many people about it. I'd be like, ooh, I see what this person's doing, so if I flank on the other side and then hit him over here, then, well, it's gonna be really intense, and the person can't be able to take it. Ha 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 ha. Trash Talking Troll says, my theory, it was a bug. My theory, Chow is in love with Little Mir and won't share the proximity. Well, it's not like we all haven't thought it, because they're both a little, let's face it. I mean, I've been in theater. I've been in choirs. I've been around a lot of boys who were lighting the loafers. And I gotta tell you, Chow and Mir, they kind of do that. Mir does that, like, hey, I'm such a macho guy, but then drinks and becomes a real big see you next Tuesday kind of guy. And then Chow is just like, Chow's a faux intellectual. He tries to sound all intense and smart about things, and then it just kind of falls apart because of his dopiness. It's a comedy of errors with those two. And then they hooked up with $2 Dan, who I don't know what trajectory $2 Dan is taking right now. He just, like, him partnering up with Stuttering John just lit his fucking flame, and he's like a fucking rocket ship out of control right now. Just wow, I'm friends with John. Woo. Look at me, everyone. Just like Quad. When Quad was SJ's co-host and friend, he did the same exact thing, where for a year and a half he was trying to get in with all the people that were against John. He was trying to be, and then all of a sudden, once he was on John's show, he's like, oh, we're friends now. Oh, he's one of my best friends. I talk to him every day. Every day. He calls me all the time. And then I get to go on his show. And then he comes on my show. Oh, so great. So great. And everyone around him was like, what the hell are you doing, dude? This is like, SJ's the dumb dabble guy that we all kind of hate. Like, what? No, he's not bad. He's not. And then eventually, when I started making some videos about the things that Quad had said about John's family early on, when he was trying to be a dabbler, trying to be one of those people playing clips and playing clips and taking names, all of a sudden, Shuli Network picked up on that, and then they started making the videos too. You're welcome for the idea. And all of a sudden, oh, yeah, Quad's been working him the whole time. Even though the whole time he never did a fucking thing against John. He never, he just 100%. Yep, John. Yep. Lap dog. Lap up your shit. 100%. You're right, John. That's right. That's what yep, everyone hates you, John, because you're so great. Oh, you're gonna take me to meet Jay Leno one day. That sounds great. Fucking idiots. It's like, you spend so much time going, oh, this guy's a piece of trash. Like, Derek is such the biggest ball washer of them all. I don't mean to talk about him. I really don't. But it always ends up, like, if we're going to talk about dabble ball washers, like, Derek is number one. He was ball washing Gavin McInnes before the Dabbleverse was anything. That's how he got into like knowing about Compound. Then he wanted to gargle Gino's balls and Aaron Berg's balls for a while, and then he was like, ooh, Anthony Cumia. Then he wanted to lick his ass, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh well, all these people think you're an idiot, and they know that you're fucking stupid, and they know you can't make a joke. And they can't make a joke, you can't take a joke, you can't fucking do impressions, you can't do anything. You can't even really ask good questions. You just sit there in your dumb face, I mean, so many times, he says and and so many times, it's like, it's sickening, dude. It's more than a vocal crutch. I mean, just because you have no legs doesn't mean you have to have a vocal crutch, does it? Or 10 of them? Does it? I don't know. I'm just spitting here. So yeah, I made a bunch of clips last night from International Rangoon comedy special, the Bobby Tamburo Wise Guys comedy thing that we covered, that Jim Grindle had hosted. That was a 3.5 hour stream with a lot of cool nuggets. I mean, some of the clips are like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, but they don't have cuts. I didn't have to I guess I could trim some of the fat out of them, but really there's no fat. I'm watching these things and I'm like, dude, like they're entertaining the whole way through. I mean, I'm goddamn entertaining. You know what I mean? So is Charles, so is Dr. Hugenstein, and so is Jim. Every time Jim pops in, it's like, oh shit, we'll release those clips probably throughout the weekend. Maybe we'll release one it's Thursday, right? Yeah, we'll release one today, and we'll just kind of do a couple a day. Maybe. I've already made 5. I probably can make at least 2 more, and if I just listen to the whole thing, I could probably do like 5 more. But at that point, if we release all these clips of that show and you watch 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and you do like 3 or 4 or 5 of them, you might as well watch the entire 3.5 hour show. Seriously. I mean, I'm doing a lot of work to show you guys what we did and how to actually do a goddamn show. Because that was a real show. That was a real fucking show. And it was a lot of work, but when you got basically a Mexican mule like me, you can pile a lot of shit on my back and I'll fucking walk all the way down to the Grand Canyon, boy. That's right. I'll take you to Jerusalem, right? And then such a beautiful day today. Oh my goodness, we got some plans to do some family stuff. I do have to go pick up an order at a store, and looked at a car yesterday and put like a deposit down so no one else can look at it. I mean, things are happening, man. And I'm still haven't filled out the paperwork for my job yet, but I will. We had already planned to probably do it on Friday, so yeah, I gotta call the dude today and go, yeah, okay, you're still gonna be there? I don't want to go to Kingston this time, because I'm all set with driving through Plimpton. Yeah, Plimpton, fucking the sand capital of Massachusetts. Oh, I still gotta get that video together. That one's actually really easy. I think, because again, I'm like popping in that video the whole time, so I just have to slap it together. Although I may do a commentary underneath it. You had to get a job to be allowed to have a car. No. I crashed my car. I already had a car. You know what I mean? I had a car. It was fine. It was my mom's car that my dad gave me, and totaled it. And now we do need another car. I mean, you can't go with only one car. It's going. Because, we're a modern family. I mean, come on. Can't one car. What are we, fucking pores? I might not spend much in chats. I might not send a lot of super tips and super chats, but, I ain't a poor motherfucker. I mean, we do have a mortgage. Like, hello. I'm like a real person. I mean, I'm not disparaging anyone who doesn't have that, because I get it. People's lives are fucked up, and sometimes, you don't think about certain things, and you don't set yourself up to win, and like, neither did I. There were some circumstances that actually benefited. Although, when I got the money from my mom, from the insurance for my mom dying, I could have just went and spent it all on music gear and podcasting stuff and all this, let's just stay in our apartment and I'll just spend all this money. No, but hey, a down payment on a house? All right. The wife risks losing you. A car is like an escape hatch. Again, the car that was my mom's, I owned. And I mean, I could have escaped at any moment. And there were times where I thought about it. Man, I kind of want to run away. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't know if I want to be here anymore. But my better judgment kept me grounded. And now things are so much better. Oh my God. Phew. I'm like on the other side of the fucking hell hole. Whew. Living in a hell hole. No one can see in a hell hole. That's a Spinal Tap song. Awesome songs they got. And I'm almost home. Nice talking to you, Trash Talking Troll, Tommy. And everyone else. Hi. Ho, 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 ho. Have a good day. Try not to sleep too much. Be productive. Do stuff. Because it makes you feel good and energizes you. It does. Do stuff that you like, and you'll actually be energized. You won't be like, oh God, I'm so tired. Why am I so... I'm just so... life is so hard and it's tired. It's tiring. Life is hard and tired. Oh my God, I can't believe how rough things are and how tired I always get. Oh my God. All right, so take it easy. Be busy.